Howdy everyone, Runt9 here, and welcome back to Runt9 Plays Battletech. In the last episode, our blackjack got pretty beat up. So even though I know it's not necessarily the preferred way to play, we are going to start repairing it. And we'll just go ahead and wait the 5 days, just because we have so many other good contracts here. I think we will go ahead and buy the repair scaffolding as well, and get that project started. I want to double check the store, just make sure I remember exactly what we're looking at here. We've got some interesting stuff. You know, the Griffin 1 in is solid. The Centurion is kind of slow, but solid. Then obviously a couple heavier mechs there. There is enough salvage where if we wanted to just flat out buy a Griffin, we could. Same thing with the Centurion. So we're going to want to stay on this planet, or in this system, for a while. We've also got the arm mods and stuff. Something that we want to maybe consider on our Vulcan. But I think for now, what we're going to do is we're just going to go back here, and you can't see up here. Now, there's not really a perfect place for my camera, but we're going to wait these few days for the blackjack to be done. Grant Shutter the funds and personnel to carry out her scheme. I think I've done this one before, but I'm pretty sure it's random. I mean, I don't really want to give up the $1 million. Shutter got some injuries. Okay, well, good time. So that means we need to go hire someone else, since we can't field a full team right now. 3252, 3252, they both cost the same, so it doesn't matter, so we'll take Gumdrop. First one I saw. Actually pretty good, like 3252 is kind of nice. Do we have any XP we should be spending here? So crack shot, no. Gumdrop, no. Silver Eagle 2K. Yep, let's go ahead and get that sensor lock. And then YouTube, our main boy. Again, I think sensor lock is going to be a good pickup, but since we do already have someone else with it, we may actually just rush down for Bulwark and pivot to be a little bit more medium on YouTube as opposed to light mechers. Let's hop into a quick contract. You'll probably do a simple one here just to get our legs back underneath us. Then we'll come back to some of these full one skulls. This one is... You know what? We didn't even necessarily have to do this because we've got these two. That's right. We were going to knock these two out real quick. I totally forgot. That's the only problem with recording these a couple days apart. So training day is a pretty simple one. We're going to go for cash over salvage. And... I mean, we'll actually just take the blackjack on this one. Or actually, we should probably take the Vindicator. The Vindicator has a little bit more firepower with the PPC. It has the same amount of armor, though. I don't know. I don't want to put our mechs in dangerous positions. We'll take the blackjack, and then the one with the best gunnery. We'll take Gumdrop on this one. That actually seems okay. Because they're bringing the usual stuff, the Urban Mech, the Panther, and the Commando. That's what there always is on this mission. I've done these missions quite a lot. They're pretty straightforward. I mean, it's a battle. You go in, you fight a few mechs, and you get out. And if anyone dies, just make sure that it's the people who are there with you that you're supposed to be training. Been playing a lot of Battletech, man. I'm excited to get this series a little bit further progressed. Get us our first heavy and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be really exciting. The solo campaign I've got going on, you know, it's been a ton of fun. So this one, like, we'll just kind of charge head first. Like, we're not going to scout ahead or anything or, you know, worry about flanking. I know what we're up against. It's going to be 3 light mechs, and we just kind of go. So let them come to us? Nah. Go up there and figure out what exactly we're dealing with. Go ahead and brace. We actually should be sprinting here. Urban mechs are so slow. And then I think for our blackjack, we're going to want to jump up here. We actually would even have a shot. Oh, we would have a shot from there. Got it. No, I want to be on top of this rock. We'll brace, and we'll let the combat start doing what it does. All friendly mechs must survive. Okay, so that is actually a main mission objective. I think it's the other one where it's okay if one of them dies. If we get in here, that is an urban mech. So why don't we just start peppering it with everything we got? Structure exposed, good stuff. It would be ideal if we could get our Panther in for a PPC shot. That is just barely inside the minimum range. But that's going to be the case. We'll go ahead and just hit it from this side instead. Good damage. I think that hit in the leg. Yeah, its legs are almost taken out at this point. That's not exactly what you're trying to do, but if it works, it works. Unfortunately, our urban mech can't get anywhere. So just sprint near the forest and be ready to go. And then, do we have a snipe here? We do not, so why don't we get somewhere where we can send some rounds downrange? That doesn't give us a shot. Alright, so I wanted to get the medium lasers on it as well, but I think we'll just have to take what we get with the 65%ers. And that's kind of bad. It ended up being in a far more defensive position than it initially looked like. We'll keep the medium lasers on in case they hit. It looks like they all hit. That's a leg destroyed. It's knocked down. It's in a rough spot. Pilot was injured once. It's going to be injured again from the knockdown. And so at this point, it's basically like, just go ahead and take out the other leg and we're good. Its initiative is delayed, so why don't we just go step on it? Can you take the leg out? Apparently not.
I'm your spaniel.
Center torso's at 23. Honestly, like, just shoot it in the center torso. There we go. So that was it. There was literally just the single Irby.
Mission successful.
Nothing too difficult. Easiest money of our lives. That was like a 4-minute mission. You'll love to see it. So we could pick up the AC-10 or the Irby. If we pick up 3 urban mechs, then we'll be able to sell the salvage. But I think I'd rather have the AC-10. Oh, never mind. We had enough salvage to get all of it. It doesn't actually matter. So we'll go do the other one as well. That one's a capture base, but it's basically the same thing. You send along one of your own mechs along with 3 of the other dudes. And, like, we didn't have to do the repairs. We could have done both of those and then just gone ahead and traveled and repaired while we were traveling. So just jump right back in, and the B team. Honestly, like, it's fine. We'll do that. And then we will do the same thing, send along Gumdrop in the Blackjack, and let's just get moving. I do think at some point we'll probably want to swap out the AC2s on our Blackjack. I don't know that we want to give it 2 AC5s, but I think we could go that route and just drop some rear armor and live with the fact that, like, it's going to be a sniper, it's going to be a little bit glass cannon, but 2 AC5s would be some serious firepower from range. I think we could probably pull that off, especially with the jump jet capabilities that it's got. I think we can keep it mostly out of trouble, keep the back away from the enemy, and that may be a customization that we go towards, assuming that we can pick up 2 AC5s. Yeah. So for this one, I don't think we even necessarily have to keep them alive. But the base is up at the top of the hill. Let's kind of check out where the turrets are going to be. Obviously, we've got one turret there. There's a turret back there. So we want to stay out of line of sight as much as possible. So I actually think we want to hide behind this hill. So when we crest this, we're right in front of that turret. So let's start going this direction and just use the hills as cover. Because even though the hills have eyes, they aren't on the enemy team.
Copy. Moving to position.
Furbies are so slow.
Order acknowledged.
As you wish.
And then they will drop down some mechs on the other side of the base.
On my way.
10-4.
This will do exactly what we need it to. So we don't want to enter combat yet. I think we'll actually just stay there.
Roger that. Digging.
If our Panther crests that hill, we'll also trigger combat.
Knowledge.
We want to wait to trigger until we're in a little bit of a better position. We're probably going to want our Blackjack to be able to jump jet up on top of this mountain if at all possible.
Yes.
I'm here.
You have orders?
Can it get up there? It can. Okay, now we can trigger combat all we want. The turrets may be decommed.
Roger that.
They're not usually decommed, but I mean, I'll take it. I'm not upset about it.
Acknowledged.
I'm picking up a new sensor trace.
Enemy reinforcements. They're going to come in from this direction, which is going to be like a mech or two. Very fast, so it's probably like a locust or a spider. Couple light mechs. I mean, I'll just go ahead and send the commando in to scout what we're dealing with. Yeah, it's a locust. I mean, we're not going to hit it with anything, but we might as well shoot some SRMs just to maybe do some chip damage. The enemy behind them took a couple hits. We had cover and some evasion pips. I'm good with that.
I'm your
That's perfectly fine. And then let's just bump the Panther in here. Can't get on top of the building. That'd be kind of cool. So this will work. 2 locusts, 70 and 65. All of its evasion pips got removed apparently. Oh, because it literally didn't move. It just fired. Okay. Well, we'll destroy its right arm with a PPC.
They're going swimming.
Easy enough.
Don't you?
The other locust did move in. It can damage the other commando all at once. Like we're here to use our Blackjack to do all the heavy lifting. So obviously our Irby can't get in to do anything because urban mechs are ridiculously slow.
Awaiting.
But they mount an AC-10, so it's totally okay, right? Narrator. No, it's not alright.
Of course.
So 80% chance. Yep, 2 AC-2 hits. Right torso destroyed. The other one missed. You're going to go for some SRMs? Sure, whatever. Alright, so probably just going to want to go on the right side.
Standing by.
And then try to just spam some stuff into the right side of this dude. That'll work. It's got some evasion, but, you know, you do what you can with what you're given. I believe that stripped away some armor on the CT. Maybe not. Structure exposed. So, I mean, Guano might die, but as you can tell, it is not a requirement of this mission for the other mechs to survive.
Armor blow through.
So it's not as big of a deal if you run into some issues. Okay, now we can get our Irby in here to actually do something useful. 50% chance. You know what? Of all the guns that I would like to hit, center torso on the AC-10. There you go. That's exactly what you want.
Enemy eliminated.
Commander.
Okay. I mean, we could just, like, turn and shoot. You know, we could pretty much get behind it, but then we would definitely not be in a good PPC range. Probably just move, grab the single evasion pip, and just shoot whatever we can. Apparently it won't let us shoot. Okay, we'll brace. Fine.
Reporting.
Not a big deal. And then we do have a shot here. It's not much, but we'll take it.
Have no doubt
I mean, when you're dealing with lights, you just kind of have to accept the fact that you're not always going to be able to hit them. And we don't have a squad that's like built the way that we want it to strip away evasion pips and sensor lock and all that stuff.
I'm under heavy fire.
So it has a single evasion pip. I mean, this is where you just let your commando do what it does.
I'm here.
And then you let your Panther do what it does. That's the right side of the Locust down.
Solid connection on that.
And then you let your Irby do what it does. Why 50%? Target size. Oh, it's also obstructed. Okay. A thump. There you go. Easy enough. And nobody died.
Looks like I'll need a new target.
Those are always good for some quick cash. You know, early on, couple $100 grand. It's not much. I mean, especially like we're only going to get Locust salvage from this, but
Mission successful.
you end up getting more money from harder missions later on because of the good salvage. Okay, so it really doesn't matter because we're going to get all of it, so just take it. Because if we get some Locusts, we can always sell them. You know, I think those Locusts sell for about 200k. And, you know, 200k is 200k. It's more money that we can spend on, you know, stockpiling to buy better mechs. You know, like I definitely would be down to have a Griffin or a Centurion. In my solo playthrough, I've got a Centurion mounting 2 PPCs, and even though PPCs are like horribly heat inefficient and like the damage per heat is not that great, it's still really, really satisfying when both PPCs land center torso on something, because that is 100 damage. Okay, so let's take a look at our contract, see if there's anything else that we can do kind of quickly here. Lost supplies, it's an ambush convoy. I mean, honestly, it's a half skull. Let's just go ahead and hop in and take the primary squad, take the SRM commando. Put you on the commando. YouTube can go on the Vulcan. 1 extra evasion charge after moving. Yep. And then crack shot, you can go there. That works. We'll go ahead and just hop in. You know, at this point, like, I'm not trying to speed run, but I also want to get to a little bit later in the game when we have some more interesting mechs. I know these initial battles, before we have some cooler weapons and some cooler mechs, can be a little bit slow. So ultimately, I just want to kind of, you know, burst through these kind of quickly. Also, I do have something in the oven, so here in probably about 5 minutes or so, it's probably going to go off, and I'll have to get up to, you know, make it stop real quick.
Command interface initiated.
So again, with these, you know, we'll just charge headstrong. We'll take you on. Headstrong will take on anyone,
Your command.
and just kind of go.
What's the plan? I understand.
A lot of forest stuff early on, so it's kind of hard to sprint in. Where's the denial zone? Denial zone's all up there. It's fine. We'll be coming in behind him, but
Yes, Commander.
we should still be okay.
I'm ready.
Yeah, let's try to get out of the forest if we can. That is actually a road there.
Yes, Commander.
We can jump a little bit further than we can sprint with the Vindicators. Same thing with the Blackjack. We can actually get the Blackjack up on the hills, which will be pretty handy. Start bouncing around through here. And then we can definitely get moved up.
Primary target
Enemy contact. So this will tell us basically all the information we need to know. They've got a Jenner and a Locust. They've got a bunch of stuff. Well, so it's going to be 4 vehicles, and it looks like 2 mechs. And I was okay with this move because of the sheer amount of sprinting that we were able to do. Like, similarly there, go ahead and hide in the trees. Get the huge amount of sprinting. Let them come to us. So Jenners usually have 4 medium lasers. Let's see if that's what they're rolling with here. 4 medium lasers and the SRM-4. So that's about what we'd expect. We're going to want to strip some evasion pips off.
Waiting for orders.
So LRM 5s, we're going to want to get in range for that, ideally. And then what side are we towards enemy? Actually, you know what? We're far enough back, I don't think it matters. So this Locust, definitely just go ahead and yeet something at it. Oh, good stuff. That gets rid of the evasion pip and the PPC landed. You love to see that. So the vehicles are going to start moving. They're not a huge concern at half skull. There's some really dangerous vehicles later on, though. 80% on both of the AC2s. I mean, we should probably jump in a little bit closer just to start getting in range of our medium lasers. And then we're probably going to want to position the Blackjack up on this plateau. All right, so we did miss one of the shots. But that Locust is having a really bad day. Honestly, I'm very tempted to just go for the melee hit here. And keep the back away from the Jenner. So if they want to try to get... Good kill. If they want to try to get around to the back of the Vulcan, then they're basically going to give us free shots on the back of their mech. Now, it does leave our Vulcan kind of exposed for some of the APC shots, but I think they're mostly going to be sprinting. Sprinting, quote-unquote, because vehicles don't exactly sprint, but...
Awaiting orders.
I actually think we reserve here, wait to see what the Jenner does, and then just react. And it did exactly what I thought, or actually, not exactly what I thought it would do. But now our Vulcan can literally just run around behind it, punch it in the back, and do this. We'll catch up to the vehicles. Like, that's not a concern. We cannot punch it in the back. So I think what we want to do is just move up here. Turn our back towards the vehicles. I'm not too concerned about it. And then just everything we got right into the back of this Jenner.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
So this one, the Blackjack will definitely be able to take care of.
Reporting.
Alright, our Commando can also get around behind it, kinda. That'll have to do. It's got some SRMs, kind of shotgun it a little bit.
I believe 6 should have this back.
Good damage. I don't think we got into the CT, though.
Awaiting orders.
What are we looking at here? A good PPC plus, you know, we would need 2 LRMs to hit. We would need 3 of the 5 LRMs to hit in order to kill the CT. Good stuff. Left leg is destroyed. At this point, I think you just send the Blackjack in to finish things off. Which, I mean, is kind of obvious considering it's the only mech we have left this this turn, but, you know, details. Again, I do think we want to start working on getting our Blackjack up onto this plateau. But I think this works just fine for finishing this dude off. There's a couple misses there. Pilot injured. Hasn't it been injured enough to incapacitate it? I guess surprisingly not. We will be able to chase down these vehicles. Like, I'm not worried about having to play chase a little bit.
How might I help?
You cannot actually... Okay, well, sure. CT has 52 health left. I almost think it would be better to just start sending you out after the vehicles.
Consider it done.
See here. Rear armor 37. You know what? Go for it.
Primary target is taking damage.
Oh, it did some good damage, but it didn't quite get all the way there. So this Jenner is in a really bad spot. Like, I'm not worried about any damage that it's going to try to do. We'll probably just have our Vulcan finish things up with a melee hit. And get the Blackjack and the Vindicator pointed at vehicles. Because, yeah, we can get a PPC hit in there. So, yeah, just go for the melee on literally any side, but go for the rear, because I think that's probably going to be the best option.
Engaging physical.
Or you'll miss. I mean, that's also a thing that could happen. You know, in hindsight, we actually probably should have gone from the front because from the rear there was still CT armor left back there. So I think we're actually gonna have to have the Vindicator finish it off, which is not necessarily what I want, but if it works, then we're good. So the escorts are down. Now we just go stomp on some vehicles. They're getting, like, honestly kind of dangerously close. I'm not worried, but maybe slightly concerned is what I would say. So we have a full suite that we can throw right into your rear armor. This should do the trick. It didn't do the trick. Oh, yeah. Okay. I was going to say, every shot hit. How did that not kill it? Do these... I don't even know if these have weapons. They may not. They've got machine guns, but I was like, they're not even shooting, is the thing. So literally just go as far as you can and shoot whoever you can, which is going to probably be this guy. Yep. There we go. 2 down, 2 to go. Blackjack will be able to kill 1 more this round. I mean, honestly, they got a lot closer than I expected them to. Yeah, definitely get a jump in there and light this one up. All right, how close to death are you?
Depleted.
Awaiting orders.
You're sitting at almost no rear armor. All right, that's the oven. I will be right back, guys. Sorry about that. There's no way to pause a recording, and for these Let's Plays, I generally don't edit them. So, you know, it is what it is. I think we're probably going to want to cold shot these LRMs into rear armor, and hope and pray that literally like 2 of them hit. Oh gosh. So, I mean, this is pretty much a guaranteed kill. I wish we had multi-targeting. But I think we send it at the other one.
You should have never come.
That did not get the kill. Okay.
You have orders?
Well, let's get our commando in as close as we can. Shoot the SRMs at the further one away. Literally, only 1 needs to hit the turret and it's dead. Okay. The Blackjack will definitely be able to kill this one.
That vehicle is dead. What's the plan? Ready for orders. Reporting.
Overheat warning will turn 1 medium laser off and it's dead. Okay. So a little bit closer than it probably should have been, but we got out of there. And so in this episode, we were able to make it through 3 missions, which is fan-freaking-tastic. I got some leftover Chipotle ready for me. I'm excited to go eat that. And, you know what? We're right around the 30-minute mark. This is a good place to leave things off. We got some good cash in the bank. Of these, probably just grab the Jenner. I don't know that I'm going to immediately want to yeet the Jenner either, is the thing. I would be more prone to yeet one of our commandos, because the Jenner is a 35-ton light and can mount a few weapons and still have some halfway decent armor. You know, it's only 5 tons less than our Vulcan, and we use our Vulcan all the time. Gotta wait for the loading screen, because probably what we'll do here. We have to send something to storage. It's got 4 laser hardpoints, 2 missile hardpoints, 7 jump jets, and the heat efficiency will definitely be going down. I think we send the 1B, because I think that's the one that we only have the 1 large laser on right now. So go ahead and send that. We will actually just immediately sell that commando as well. So that puts us at a cool 2 million. So if we look at the mechs here, I'm tempted to grab that Centurion. Very, very tempted. Let me do the math real quick on the Griffin, though. That's 693 times 3. That's basically 2.1 million. 693 times 3. We do not quite have enough to buy the Griffin. Whereas the Centurion going to be just under 18, under 1.8 million. That's 561. That brings us to 1683. That would leave us with enough for 2 months, and it adds a 50-ton mech to the squad. This is the Centurion A as well, which actually has an autocannon slot.
New equipment available.
That mech you asked for.
And this will send the other commando down. Now, this will send the Locust to storage. You can't send it to storage if it needs to be repaired. Okay, well, we'll send the commando to storage. We'll go to the mech bay. I'd rather have that commando than the Locust, I'll be honest with you. So we'll repair you. We'll wait the single day.
Job? We're nearly broke, Commander.
And, okay, we don't have enough for 2 months, but, you know, details. So then we will send the Locust to storage. We will end up bringing the commando back up from storage. Honestly, no. No, we're going to sell both of them. Because I don't really want either one. I really don't care for commandos that much. Okay, now let's take a look. Back up to 733,000. So this Centurion with armor maxed out, how much spare tonnage do we got? 18.5 tons. Oh, we can have a lot of fun with that. Is it slow? Oh yeah, sure. We're going to want to put the jump jets on it, but that's only 2 tons. 16 tons to play with? Oh, it's so good. UAC 5, snub PPC. I mean, we could fit a snub PPC and a UAC 5. And that would be 15 tons. We would still have room for some heat sinks. I mean, we're going to have a lot of fun with this. We're going to be doing some customization next episode. And then the Jenner, full armor, 4.38 tons. I mean, we'll probably just stick some SRMs or some medium lasers on there. I don't know. We'll kind of have to see. I'm fine with Jenners not having jump jets because they're pretty darn fast on their own. I think we're going to have some fun with that next time. Let's go ahead and swap the Centurion over to the front here, sorted by tonnage. We've got enough for a couple months. I'm excited to see what happens. We'll probably pop into the store, maybe take a closer peek again at the weapons for sale. By that I mean maybe buy a couple AC5s. But I think that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, and if you watched the song, you probably did. The single best thing you can do to support me and support the channel is by clicking the like button. That sends a message to YouTube that lets it know, hey, other people might want to see videos like this as well. In addition, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see more awesome content like this in the future and see what we do to this Commando and Jenner in the next episode. As well as the link tree in the description. You got twitch.tv/Runt9plays 5 days a week, as well as community Discord. Come hang out and at Runt9plays on Twitter. But until the next episode, I'm Runt9, and I'll see you later.